Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm just going to show you a quick food tutorial. If anyone is struggling on like open world bosses and just normal green food just isn't keeping them alive, just 3000 health is just not enough in the current state of level 33, even level 30 yesterday just wasn't keeping you alive long enough. Having trouble during through the damage phases that the boss tend to go through and just completely one-shot you or put you down low enough to where you are one-shotted by the boss. Yeah, so I'm just going to show you this quick food tutorial and how to get better food that heals you for significantly more and will keep you alive a lot longer during the fights. So down in the description I'll be linking a website, Genshin.gg, which is a Tower Fantasy kind of like guide website that allows you to see a whole bunch of like recipes that the game has to offer. You don't need to go out in the world and find a lot of these recipes. A lot of them can be crafted right here at the cooking station. All you need is the ingredients, and that's part of the problem with this, is that some of the ingredients aren't actually hard to get. It's just the fact that you have to spend a few hours, not a few hours, a couple minutes collecting some of these ingredients, but other than that you're good to go. So for instance, if we head to the website right now and we head over to the heal stage, which is located down below right here. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of food items that are just way better than the green ones. Some of them heal for 34,000, some of them heal for only 20,000, but 20,000 is a lot better compared to, you know, only 3,300. Even this green one's not too bad, but it's, again, not nearly as good as 20,000 to 34,000. A lot of these recipes aren't actually too hard actually to make. Again, you don't require to go out in the world and find these recipes at vendors or doing them through some menial task. A lot of them just can be obtained just by going to the cooking station and just having the recipes on you and crafting them. For instance, I use right now is this fruitcake. I find this really good. Strawberries are really easy to find. I have a whole abundance of wheat. I have a whole abundance of fallen fruit, you know, oranges and eggs. I have a whole abundance of them. I can craft these really easy and simple and get plus 15, plus 20,000 health and 15% regen, right? Also, you can look at other foods, like resistant foods right here. A lot of this stuff is actually pretty good. Regenerate Satisfactory. So Satisfactory is a stat inside your hunger bar. You could look at it, and this bar actually allows you to heal over time. If you go to your character tab and you have a look at your satisfy, or whatever this is called, hunger bar here, and you can read on the stats, and basically it says for every 10 HP restored, 1 satisfactory point will be lost, but the higher the satisfactory, the faster HP regenerates speed. So you can go outside of boss fights, midst of a boss fight, and just slowly regen over time. So it's actually a good thing to have this up. Yeah, like I said, during boss fights it's really good. You can just get out, uninitiate from the boss fight, let other people take aggro, and you just slowly heal over time. Yeah, you don't forget to do that, because that's really good. And on top of that, like I said, it's really easy to get a lot of these foods. Snails are really easy to come by. Rice is brought at vendors. So one of the vendors you can go to is found right at the station right here, but there's a whole abundance around the world at start areas. So there's like a little hub world over here in the second place that has a food vendor right next to the food crafting station right there. There's a whole bunch of food vendors. So the reason why you want to go to these food vendors is so that you can actually buy some of this food that you can't find in the open world. A lot of them require these kind of foods, and you only can get them through vendors. For instance, this vendor right here, she sells, you just look at her tab right here, she sells salad dressing, onions, rice, is what we need for that snail food, milk, and carbonated water, which is, again, what some of these recipes require over here. And not only do they just have, you know, resistance food, they also have buff foods. So, like, for instance, this buff right here is actually really good, giving you plus 2%, 150 physical damage for 1200 seconds. 1200 seconds is like 20 minutes or something. I did the calculations. Yeah, it was like 20 minutes, and whatever scenario you're going to find yourself in. So let's go ahead and make one of these recipes. We're going to be making the snail food, snail baked rice. Sounds pretty disgusting, but let's have a look at what it needs. So let's have a look at what it needs. So it needs 1 snail and 2 rice. So I already have a snail. Again, that's really easy to find. I'll probably be putting up a guide to find some of these kind of like food ingredients that not a lot of people might know about. So I'm going to buy the rice here because I don't have that, and we need 2 of them. This is buy. So let's go ahead and buy, I don't know, probably like 8, and that'll be okay for now. Let's go ahead and purchase that, and then we're going to go over here And then want to head to the creation tab. Now you can go ahead and pick the ingredients you need to craft that food item. So we go back to our website again right here, 1 snail and 2 rice. And we go back and we go 1 snail and 2 rice. I don't have this recipe unlocked. If we go back to cooking, no snail is unlocked. But we go back to creation and we go ahead and put in 1 snail and 2 rice. Go ahead and push create. You see that we got an awful status. So what that means is there's a rarity chance of creating this certain item food to learn that recipe. And what you can see is if we go back to the cooking station and we head over to back and put our ingredients back in, you will notice that over here there's a succession rate. This succession rate is exactly what it says. If you will succeed making this food recipe or making this certain food. So what you want to do is, you know, buy an abundance or whatever it needs of the easy to come by items. Say for the rice is pretty easy to come by, could we just go buy more? And that's a 49% succession rate, so let's go ahead and just hit it and see if we get it. Boom, we unlocked this snail recipe, so we go back to our cooking, there it is right there. Sweet. Now we can go ahead and craft this by getting more rice. We'll go really quick over here. And get 2 rice, and we head back. Open up the cook menu, and we can go back to the recipe we just learned, and we can cook that with 100% accuracy of cooking it every time. Sweet. Now we just got that unlocked. Again, it's not too hard to find snails. And another quick tip, if you're stuck on the food item that you currently locked into and you just spam through food trying to cycle through the one that you want, what you can do is just hold Alt so you get your mouse free and go over to the top of the food item and just click on that. And then here you can find the food that you just made or have abundance of and go ahead and put that on to the hotbar right there. Also, and one last quick tip, with these food recipes, you can get dark crystals. So after you create a recipe and successfully gotten it, you can go to the top right up here, as you see the book here, click on that, go to the tab that has the red check mark that obviously that you just created, and you can get dark crystals from doing all these recipes. So it looks like purple recipes give you 10, and I know for a fact blue recipes give you 5 dark crystals. So there's even a little added bonus to learning these recipes that are really, it's kind of good over time. I'm just going to show you how it works again. So I'm just going to go back to the website that I've linked down in the description and head to the recipes, and we're going to make this regenerate 10 of the hunger bar and gain plus 10% and 170 physical resistance for 900 seconds. So this is the recipe's ingredients, that you need to craft this recipe and craft the food. Creation, put in the ingredients. So I'm just going to have a quick look again at my recipe. Broccoli, tomatoes, lettuce, egg, and salad dressing. So broccoli, tomatoes, where is the lettuce? Is right there, egg, and we need salad dressing, but as you can see we only have a succession rate of 35%, which is it's not a bad odd, but what you can do again is just spam one ingredient so you get 100% succession rate and we just cook it. Boom, we just unlocked the recipe. Now we can use this recipe to craft this indefinitely and not have that low chance of, you know, succeeding that cooking. So that's basically a quick guide on, you know, stop using the green foods because you no longer need them and they're no longer useful, and then they won't heal you enough at this state of the game. And it's pretty easy and simple for those who are still struggling to keep the health bar up. So that's going to be it for the video. Quick update on my next video. I'm still currently in the works of getting this mount right here. I've got the 2 pieces, really easy to get these 2 pieces, but I'm still trying to get the drop for these pieces. In my next video, I'm going to show you exactly what mobs drop these this last piece for this mount. It's just a problem that I've found this so much today, and I just can't seem to get this last piece to drop. But that'll be my next video, another mount guide, but this is just a quick video, and yeah, I hope you guys found this useful, and yeah.